Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol has been adapted to film over 150 times, and over the years there have been many creative and interesting spins that have been taken on the story. Probably the most famous is Scrooged, a pastiche from 1988 where Bill Murray plays a greedy TV producer who gets the same Scrooge treatment. That same year also gave us the hilarious Blackadder's Christmas Carol, which subverts the story by making the nicest man in England receive visions that lead him to conclude that his life would actually be better if he was a meaner person. Ross Kemp's Christmas Carol from 2000 is a really interesting approach to the story, where after each ghost's visit, Scrooge wakes up on Christmas Eve again and relives the day, and he has to learn that not only does he have to do the right things, but he has to do it with the right intent and for the right reasons. Another surprisingly good version is Star Kid's VHS Christmas Carol, which still tells the story accurately. It just puts it in the form of 80s workout videos, and the entire soundtrack goes way harder than it has any right to. A Diva's Christmas Carol is a phenomenal pastiche starring Vanessa Williams that still follows the same plot beats as the original, but also does a lot to make it unique and have it so the lead is not just a Scrooge clone. Mr. Scrooge to See You is this hysterical, so bad it's good sequel that transports Scrooge to 2013 Wisconsin, where he meets Tiny Tim's fourth great grandson. Most of it is just this weird fish out of water story where Scrooge adapts to the modern world and then suddenly takes a sharp turn into being a Christian film. It's so bad, and I've seen it 5 times. It's fantastic. The version that made me laugh harder, though, was Christmas Carol Goes Wrong, a hysterical farce where a disgruntled theater group just hijacks a BBC broadcast of Christmas Carol, and as they're performing it, literally everything around them starts falling apart. Carol's Christmas from 2004 is my favorite twist on the story, where the ghosts actually end up haunting the wrong guy, but they still just go along with it and show this person the life and backstory of his neighbor. Chasing Christmas contextualizes the story where all of the ghosts work for this organization that targets a new subject every year, and Past just says screw it and just goes rogue, and they have to jump through time to try to catch him. That premise might sound familiar because it's similar to the setup for Spirited, the 2022 film where Ryan Reynolds tries to outsmart Will Ferrell's present and sort of games the system so he doesn't actually have to change. And it's genuinely one of the best movie musicals to come out in recent years, with fantastic songs and choreography. And then there's Ghosts of Christmas Always, a Hallmark film from the same year that is a blatant ripoff of Spirited and just steals plot points and jokes from other movies on this list. I would recommend any of these versions, though your personal enjoyment of them is probably going to vary depending on your age and sense of humor.